Nice to see you again. Just want to go over some of the things we learned last time about the world and where we live. You live on Stewart Place, in Manhasset, in New York, in the United States of America, on the Earth, and we'll keep going bigger and bigger, but today we're going to learn about the globe. This is a big, big circle, and it's the shape of a circle, but it's all round all around. And that's called a sphere. I don't know if you can say that, sphere. It's kind of a funny word. And we have our United States of America here. There's New York, where we live. There's Florida. You may have gone on vacation to Florida. And here's the North Pole, way up here. And way down there is the South Pole. Oh my goodness. It's all covered with ice, Antarctica. There's South America. There's Europe and Russia and Africa. Down here, Africa's really big over on that side. And there's a lot of desert there. That's why it's kind of brown. And green means that it has rain and things that make things grow. And here's, let's see if we can find, whoa, Russia's very big. And here's China and Japan. China and Japan. And let's see, here's India sticking down like that. That's India. Let's see if I can see. Oh, there's Australia. And there's lots and lots of islands all over. This is the ocean. And all these little lumps and bumps are islands. Wow. And it goes round and round. Actually, the Earth spins this way. West to east. West to east. Remember we said north is if you put your hands up straight. North is at the top. South is at the bottom, touch the ground. East is to your right, and west is to your left. So we'll review some of those other things. Here's that map page again. I don't know if I showed it to you on a video, so I'm showing it to you now. There's Plandome, Manhasset, Muncie Park. There's the golf course. Remember we said everything that's green is grass and parks. These have golf course little symbol for a golf flag. And this is Manhasset Bay. Anything that's blue is the water. Here's my big map of the whole peninsula. I don't know if you can say peninsula. This is way up here, Sands Point. And all the way down here is Manhasset. And there's Northern Boulevard. Somewhere over here. And here's Manhasset Bay and Hempstead Harbor. Wow. Lots of things to put on our maps. So we live in Manhasset. I live in Port Washington, but you live in Manhasset. And here's my map of the United States. I dropped everything. Let's see. My map of the United States. Here's New York. This green one is New York. And Long Island is right here sticking out into the water, you see. And we live on Long Island. That's where Manhasset is. And here's California way out west. And Texas goes down. Florida goes down. Here's the boats in the water. So there's your big United States puzzle. And now we're going to talk about the world. And that's why I showed you the globe. I dropped my papers, so you have to wait 1 second while I pick them up. Okay. Oops. Okay. So I sent you a page that looks like this. It says the world. So instead of being really, really round, it's kind of squished. Do you know what shape that is? That's an oval, right? And that means because when you turn it and make it into a sphere, three-dimensional, it kind of spreads out when you flatten it out. It's like if you had a balloon, I don't have a balloon, but if you had a balloon and you squish it, it turns into an oval. And these are things called continents. So if you have your crayon, you can color the water. Let me get my board behind here so I can do it. You can color the water blue, like that. All these parts of the water on the outsides. And then if you want to color the land green, and maybe if you had brown where the deserts are, this is coloring in North America. That's where we live. So the United States is part of North America. And then when it gets way up to the North Pole, you don't have to put any color because it's frozen up there as lots of ice. So we're hoping that the ice doesn't melt too much because we need to have ice at the top and the bottom, and oceans in the middle, and land in the middle. So you'll have a really nice map of the world. And these are continents: North America, South America, Africa, Europe, Asia, Australia, and Antarctica. Wow, that's Antarctica is where the penguins live, way, way down there. So here's a project for you today. We're going to make a circle that looks like the Earth when it's a circle, a sphere. And I just traced around a plate. I took a paper plate and I put it down. I traced around it to make a nice big circle. And then I gave you these other pages with the continents. You see those? Remember those? Europe, Asia, Africa. Here's South America. I cut them out. I didn't cut all the ins and outs of everything. These are kind of big for the circle I made, but maybe we could figure out how to shrink these a little before I send them to you so they would fit on a page the size of your plate. So you're going to need your glue stick. And, oh, you know what? Before we do the glue stick, I'm going to paint the oceans all over the world because we have, oops, where is it? Oh, my papers are falling apart. Here we go. Here's some blue. So I have my blue paint. Rather than use markers or crayons again, I'm just going to take some blue and dip it in some water to make it easy to paint. See, I have water here like that. And I'm going to paint my circle. And it's very drippy because it is the ocean. I want it to go all around the whole earth. The water is going to cover the earth. I'll do mine real quick so it won't take up a lot of our video time. But you could use your mark. If you don't like to be messy, that's okay. If you have finger paints and you want to get messy, that would be okay too. So we're going to cover the whole earth with blue paint. Those are the oceans all over the earth. And then when you cut out South America and North America, you can take your glue stick. Gotta set this up so you can see it. Put some glue stick on the back. Put it on the back. And then, if this is too wet, it might not stick, but then you can put these on your globe, on your earth. And maybe you could color those beforehand so they look very colorful with green for the grass and brown for the ocean, for the desert or the trees, and maybe you could draw some mountains, and that's going to be one of our projects. So I'll send you these a little smaller so they'll fit on your page. So that's one project to do today. The other thing we were going to talk about was different flags. So when you live in a country, your country has a special flag. I think you might know what flag this is from, what country this flag is from. This is the flag of the United States. And we call it the red, white, and blue because here's red and white and blue. And it has 50 stars. I know you might be able to count up to 50. It has 50 stars because each one of those stars represents a state, like New York and Florida and California, and on and on and on until you get to 50. So these stripes and stars, the stars and stripes is called the flag of the United States of America. Now each country has its own flag. Look at all of this. These are different flags of different countries. This one I think is Switzerland. This one is China, I think. Oh, I'm not sure all these other ones. That's England, Britain. There's Canada with the leaf. And here's United States. So all these countries have their own different flags. And guess what? Even New York has its own flag. This is a map of the United States, and every state has a flag. If you see California, it has a flag with a bear on it. It's kind of hard to see because it's so small, but if you print out your copy, you might see it. And over here, here's New York. We have like some kind of a statue or something on New York flag. So every flag is different for each state. So today we're going to try to make up our own flag. Some flags have stars, some flags have stripes, some flags have pictures of a tree. I'll send you some more. I'll print some out so we can do it when we see each other on our lesson. Some pictures, some flags have pictures of animals, like the California one. They like to put a bear on theirs. So I wonder, what would you like to put on your flag? And maybe you can make that up and show it to me when we have our meeting. But I'm not going to do a flag for you now. All you need to do is have a piece of paper. Let's see if I can find. What do I have here? Here's a green piece of paper. And maybe I'll put on a blue star and a blue triangle and some stripes. So that's just an easy flag to make, but you would put things on that you like, that are important to you. Oh, I know, my dog, right? So I'm going to make a picture of my dog, Chase. So here he is. I think you might know how to make a dog out of ovals. This is my flag. I made an oval for his face, oval for his ears, a big oval for his body, and little ovals for his legs. And his tail is just a line. Or maybe I have to make him smiling and sticking out his tongue. There he is. That's my dog. So this is the flag of Mrs. Byrne. Silly, right? Well, anyway, I have one other page for you that we're going to do some exercises here. This is up and down and east and west. And there's the globe, just like my globe over here, right? And this is the United States. So the northern part of the United States is pointing up. The south is down. The east is where we live in Manhasset, New York. And the west is where California and Hawaii and Alaska are out in the west. And we'll do some games with up and down and right and left, north and south, and east and west. We'll do some games with that. So today, do I have one more thing to show you? Oh. Well, one of the things I want to talk about with the world and the globe is the way the weather moves from west to east. And that's because the earth turns and the wind gets to blow across. If you ever look at the weather map, when the weatherman is telling you what the temperature is going to be, the wind and the rain come across from the mountains, across the green valleys and over to us and then into the water. So next time we're going to talk about how do clouds get made, how do they make clouds up in the air, and let's see, when you see the weather map on TV, whoosh, you can see the satellite images of some of the clouds going by. Sometimes you can even see the tornadoes and hurricanes and the wind going in circles. I'm just going to read you a quick book, and then I'll see you in person on FaceTime. This is a book called Wow, Said the Owl by Tim Hopgood. I wonder if he knows how to hop really good. His name is Hopgood. Wow, said the owl. At night, when we are feeling tired and ready for bed, the owls are just waking up. Oh, he was sleeping and now he opened one eye. Owls live in a nighttime world. They have eyes that can see in the dark. Look how big his eyes are. Whoa. There's the moon. It's hard to turn these pages. I have to lick my finger. But this little owl was a curious owl. Instead of staying awake all night, as little owls are supposed to do, she took a long nap and woke up just before dawn. That means just in the morning when the sun is coming up. So let's see what she does. Wow! Wow, said the owl. She couldn't believe her eyes. The sky, oh, I gotta turn it this way. The sky was a warm and wonderful pink. If you ever get up early, sometimes you might see the sky is pink. Or at night, sometimes when the sun is going down, the sky is pink. Wow, said the owl, as the yellow sun shone through the morning mist. Look at that. See, the sky was pink, and then the sun came out, and everything turned nice and bright and yellow. Wow, said the owl, as the white, fluffy clouds floated across the bright blue sky. Wow, she never saw that before because she's usually awake only at nighttime. She doesn't get to see the blue sky and the white clouds. Wow, said the owl, when she saw that the leaves on her tree were green. Look how beautiful. She never knew that. I'll show you the page in the dark where she didn't know. Look at that. See? She didn't know in the daytime the leaves are nice and green. Here, you read this one for me. Wow, said the owl, as the pretty red butterflies flew by. Those are really beautiful. The owl never saw red butterflies before. And she watched the butterflies land on the bright orange flowers that opened up in the warm sunshine. There's the red butterflies and the orange flowers. Oh, whoa, let me see. Wait a minute. I missed a page. Yep. Oh, up in the sky, the clouds turned gray. And it started to rain. There's the word gray. But the sun was still shining. So you know what happens when the sun is shining and it's raining, you get a rainbow. All the colors. And here, let's read this again. Wow, said the owl, as a rainbow of red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet filled the sky. So after blue, We always say purple, but indigo is even a darker blue, and then violet is the nice bright purple. All the colors of the rainbow. The little owl sat happily in her tree and watched as the sun went down. There's the sun going down, and the moon came up. The daytime is full of beautiful colors, she thought. But wow, said the owl, the nighttime stars are the most beautiful of all. Look at all those stars. So at night she gets to see the stars. She was too excited to sleep. The little owl stayed awake all the rest of the night long, just like little owls are supposed to do. She must be very tired. She was up all day, and now she's going to be up all night. The end. And here's all the colors of the rainbow, right? So we're going to maybe make some clouds on our next visit. All right, see you next time. Bye.